I'm making a fortune on these yen pairs. I just keep taking a nibble. I just added dollar yen, I think 2 days ago at 126.60, and today it's 128.70, and pound yen just went over 167. So I'm making, I've been sitting in these pound yen pairs for a couple of weeks now.
Well, you've been saying for a while the real risk is not being in them, right?
The real risk is not being in them. I think this is could be a once in a decade move. We started clearing out of these resistance things. And, I think the conditioning is every time you come out of a, resistance, there's always maybe a retest, but I think the train's leaving the station. And I don't know if I don't think it's going to give you a chance to get in. I mean, I think there was a smell of some central bank, some central banker made some noise that he didn't like it. So, sometimes they may just try and jawbone the market a little bit, but, the market's having none of it. And if that were the case, I would just keep buying more. There's just nothing to indicate that this has, any path lower. So, yeah, that's just, and the dollar yen is making all kinds of new highs. It's surpassed these. It's getting a little, these measures of volatility are pretty extreme. So at some point, could get a little dicey, but maybe I'll take some profits off. But it's hard to. But these interventions come out of nowhere, and things could really snap. So I don't know. At some point, maybe I got to take some off the table.
How do you know? How will you do it?
Just got to just take it. Just take 20 or 30% and just book it, and just just because again, you could get some central bank, or you could get something that when these things start getting out of these extraordinary things. Yeah, so this is just it's just gone through this thing like a knife through butter. Didn't even didn't even stop at go and collect $200. As you do in Monopoly, just kept going. So yeah, this is but when something extraordinary happens in the market, it just that kind of motion just begets motion, and you just got to go with it.
So Mustafa was asking about gold. And yeah,
gold is in this kind of support and resistance in no man's land. It's between whatever 1880 and 2080, and now you're kind of right in the middle. So it's going to be interesting to see. You never it's only Tuesday, so we've got the whole week to see how this closes. So this is a big resistance zone. I do think higher interest rates are ultimately going to be kryptonite to gold, but don't want to trade that way. So right now the monthlies are still somewhat intact, and maybe you have an inside bar in the monthly, and you put a sell under this low, so you could always have a pending order after the month at 1900. But I suspect we just need more time to see how this is going to shake out. So silver is actually, it's kind of, I don't know, it's very range bound, but it's probably difficult to handicap. This still has the look of a descending wedge. And, just like Airbnb, you're kind of bumping up against this. So if you start, changing the behavior and start making, higher highs, then we'll see. But right now it looks like it's, reversing at this thing. We'll have to see how we look at the end of the week. So I don't think there's any urgency to do anything in the metals right now. I think let them just sort themselves out, but potentially showing some resistance here.
So you can see, 45, it's 1.3 million.
$1.3 million short.
So pop out a profit for 118,000 there.
So you can see how this is going crazy now. You can see how the market just going nuts.
I bet like $1.6 million on this position. I'm showing right now $23,000 gain.